If you've decided, yep, our network's there, people are there, we've got a person to help manage this, have a plan and know what kind of stuff you're going to talk about. So how frequently, what are you going to say, who you're going to connect to. Make sure you have a plan. You know that I suggest this with any kind of social media site. Also set goals. How many people do you want to be following and have following you that are locals by the end of this month or next month? How much web traffic do you want to generate to your website, especially if you sell online, that's coming from Twitter each month? How many people do you want to bring in a Twitter exclusive coupon this month that they can only find by following you on Twitter? Make sure you place those goals so you have that person who's managing, they have something to monitor and see and measure against to see if they're successful. Then you want to make sure you're tweeting quality content, like I said. So talk about the local area. You can retweet locals, you can give tips, you can give advice, you can do quotes, use local hashtags, talk about the local community, talk about the products that you carry, do pictures in store of you, of displays, of new product arrivals. All sorts of good stuff, but make sure it's quality. It's things that the local community would be interested in reading and would actually act on. Remember that 80-20 blend. 80% is useful, interesting information. 20% is self-promotional with your sales, your new products, your events, etc. So keep that ratio for when you're tweeting as well. The easiest way to build your following and to start participating in the conversation is to just follow the locals. So using the advanced search feature or using Twello or going to some of the big accounts in your local area and following their followers. Then you want to make sure you're networking. So not only are you following them, but you're going to retweet some of the things that they're tweeting. They might have a cool tip or a piece of information that happened in the local community, or they are a business and they've got a big event happening this weekend. Retweet them, help spread their message to your followers. Or you can comment on something that they tweet, or maybe they ask a question, you can reply. Make sure you're networking and having that conversation. Don't forget to invite people in. Tweet out there. You can either do it to the masses, but for a better response, do it to individuals. So you can mention them in a tweet, like, hey, Madam Twit, that's me on Twitter if you want to follow me, Madam Twit. So you can say, hey, Madam Twit, I would like to invite you to our event happening Thursday night. It's girls' night. We hope to see you there. And you could list, a link to your Google Maps, like a location of where you are, to your Facebook page. You could list the location, or you could just say that, inviting me in, and I could click over to your profile and see where you are located. You can also give specials that they can only find on Twitter, and this gives people a reason to follow you too. Dell is famous for giving exclusive offers on Twitter and has reported over $1 million in sales from Twitter from these deals. Now they sell online, but for my brick and mortar locations that don't, you can still say, come in today, say that you follow us on Twitter, or use the secret code, high five to my tweeps, and you can get a $10 savings. You can create any kind of code that they can either print off or they could just say to you and invite them into the store. That way it's an easier way for you to measure the effectiveness of tweeting out to your network. Finally, be consistent. If you're gonna tweet, then go all in. Remember, tweet or get off the pot. So you got to make sure that you have your plan, you're sticking to it, you're updating every day, you're building your network every week, you're using those local hashtags, and you're being consistent with your tone, with the content, and with your frequency. If you found this video helpful, please send it to your retailer friends. Leave a comment below with your Twitter handle. I would love to follow you on Twitter. And if you have any questions for Crystal Media TV, be sure to email me them at info@crystalmedia.co. Have a wonderful rest of the day. What people are saying...